Cello Butterflow. लिखोगे change, तो दिखेगा change.
Time once again for our Cello Butterflow Changemakers. And what performances we've seen this week. Mumbai Indians feature heavily on this segment. Deep Dasgupta is here for the first time. Deep, let's look back at some of the top performances this week. And let's start with Tim David's 45 not out of 14 against Rajasthan Royals in Mumbai, chasing down 214. The very best of David, fair to say.
Absolutely, yes. And I was there at the venue, and it was kind of a tricky situation when he came out to bat. Him and Tilak Verma, I think that partnership, and especially Tim David, the way he finished it, 3 sixes back to back, unbelievable. Yeah, what a knock. And that would be a huge relief for MI as well. They've kind of shown so much of faith in him. Yeah. You know, Pollard's there in that dugout, but it's not part of not as a player. And him coming good, Tim David, I think that would be a sigh of relief in that dressing room as well.
You think it's a sigh of relief for David personally too? We've seen shades of it, and then it ends up in a losing cause. Just the feeling of getting them over the line?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that would be a huge confidence booster for, personally for Tim David and also for the franchise.
Well, what it did was, it got them on a bit of a hot run because they chased 200 plus against a good team in form, and they repeated it then in Mohali, where SURYAKUMAR Yadav, 66 of 31, was the SURYAKUMAR Yadav we know and prefer watching rather than the one we were discussing early in the tournament. What an innings, Deep, that was.
Absolutely. It's about confidence, right? I mean, the first half of the tournament, obviously, he wasn't as confident what's been happening with him the series before that. But then now he's looking the Surya that we all know of and we want to watch. And this was, again, a brilliant innings. Again, Mr. 360 degrees, quite literally. I mean, I think he's accessed the whole ground, I believe. So, and when he's playing in that kind of rhythm, it's very difficult to bowl. Where would you bowl to him? I mean, I was asking Bhaji actually, I was Imran and Bhaji, and I was like, where do you bowl to him? And they were like, I don't know. it's that bad, I mean. So
you can understand how Sam Curran also was left scratching his head, because that over, especially that first ball 6. What was your reaction when you saw it?
Oh my God. I mean, listen, I've seen him hit that in England when he got that 100. So that's the point. I mean, he hit it with a straight face of the bat, which people normally do. Good batters do over covers. He actually hit it backward of point with a straight face. I was like, how do you do that? I mean, I don't think anyone in world cricket has wrist as supple as him. He's got the best wrist work in world cricket, undoubtedly. And that's the reason he can access bloody everything.
Yeah. Fine innings by SURYAKUMAR Yadav, and yet I'm wondering if Deep Dasgupta might be tempted to go to one of his, you could say his peers, or from the seasoned school of seam bowling, Ishant Sharma. What a story against the Gujarat Titans, top of the table team at their home ground after an expensive over by Andrik Norke, and he ends up defending. I think it was 12 of the last over that he had to. And just took the Capitals to a victory. Take me through that.
Oh, wow. Listen, somebody who was out of favor and then suddenly was picked as a replacement player, comes in and does a fabulous job, and a job which he's not known for. I mean, he's been around for a decade and more than a decade, but he's been never known to be a death over bowler, a last over bowler. And he, I don't know, after 100 odd test matches and all the experience in the world, he delivers, and it's just unbelievable. And you rightly mentioned, the only guy amongst those 3 that I've played against. So.
And I loved his chat after that over, where he says, I double bluffed him. You know, basically we were talking about Tewatia hitting Nokia for 3 sixes, and then Ishant Sharma comes. So that experience has been worth even more in this IPL, hasn't it?
Absolutely, and especially looking at Delhi Capitals and things, the way things have been for them, they needed some, a bright spot or a silver lining, and he's been that. And listen, this was the performance that we were talking about, but he's been quite consistent. I mean, 3 games before that as well, he's been quite consistent. So it's good to see him back. It's heartening to see him back and bowl the way he is. And listen, this has been a tournament of comebacks, so one more.
All right. Well, he's going to, 3 of these fine players are going to get an honor from you now. You have to pick any one as your Cello Butterflow change maker.
Okay.
So have a go.
Right. So as a viewer, somebody, the performance that I would love to see again being repeated, all 3 of them, but mostly would be Surya's.
Oh, so pick
because
Surya.
it's you're in awe, man, and you're looking at it, it's like batting's not supposed to be that simple. It's not supposed to be so easy. And he makes it look so easy. So, yeah, it's going to be sky all the way.
All right, fair enough. Thank you very much, Deep Dasgupta. Suryakumar Yadav then, in what was a close contest, stands out as our Cello Butterflow changemaker for this week.
Cello Butterflow. लिखोगे चेंज तो दिखेगा चेंज.